If you are in my space, that's when you'll get the best of me, honestly.
Yeah.
You'll get the best of me in my space, and I'm able to bring you along and also
Yes.
hear you. That that's what I love. And that's why I invite people to the studio, honestly. They want
Mm-hmm.
to have conversations because I love to have people in this space to really feel the energetic pull of whatever it is that they need.
Really gonna ask you questions about your experience of the past couple of years, like what you did that felt that it really fed who you are, was you having self-love. If there's like a practical thing, like some of the stuff you did, I feel is, or I don't know if practical is the word I would use, but changing your eating habits and all, that's something that anybody can do to some
Right.
degree as long as you have access to fruits and vegetables. So definitely bringing that up if that feels good to
I
you.
mean, it's been a lot of change since the last time we've talked in person.
Really?
So yeah, just with me personally, just
Huh?
the growth that I've gone through.
Ooh.
Even since the last time that we've talked as a business entrepreneur and then also personally. I know that your name is magical. You know what I mean? It's specifically for you for a reason. And that's a part of my growth as well, being able to like really want to have my name. Because so many people like the spelling of it, and so many people get confused by it. So that's a part of my growth too. Because exactly what you said, call me by my name.
Yeah.
That's that. Like, I am Michelean. Just
Mhm.
recently changed my Instagram, my personal Instagram page to that I am Michelean. And the name just holds so much weight and so much power in general, just
Mhm.
because it's so unique and the story behind it as well. And not a lot of people have stories behind their names or have meaning behind their name. But my entire name, my parents did that with meaning. They put my name
Wow.
together for a reason. Michelean Venice Johnson. Yeah.
Woo! I love it. Do you want to share a little bit about what it means if you feel comfortable with
Sure.
that?
So for Michelean, okay, the story behind that is a little bit funny.
Yeah.
My dad got my name from the Michelin tires. Of course, it sounds like it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A lot of people go straight there when they hear my name, Michelean, to the Michelin tires, Michelin man. And it's ironic that I tell people that's where I got my name from. So it doesn't hurt me that you, it's not a problem that you relate that to that or whatever the case is. But my dad, he was a big car person. He still is a really big car person. He loves cars. And one of his like most prized possessions is his cars. Okay. His car. So on his way to the hospital, he seen a Lexus that looked really nice. Lexus was too common of a name. So
Yeah.
he said, no, I'm not going to name my daughter Lexus or Alexis at
Yeah.
all. He must have looked at the tires, the rims on the tire, the rims or the tires, whatever he looked at, because he did say that the rims were gold. But he must have been attracted to the rims. But
Mhm.
he looked at the tires and he was like, I'm going to name my baby girl Michelean. And he came to the hospital with that name and
Oh
brought it
my
to my
God.
mom, and my mom was like, no. And then they ended up switching it up a little bit, came up with Michelean. And Venice is basically the city of love in Italy. So,
Aw.
their goal for that was just for me to be loved and be loved, to
Mhm.
be loved and be loved. That's really where it came from. So my dad said I was always going to be on the go, which is 100% true. Michelin tires, Michelean, always on the go, always rolling, which is 100% true.
Yeah.
And then Venice, the city of love. So always being filled with love, being loved, and be loved.
That is so
Yep.
beautiful. Thank you so
That's
much for
where,
sharing.
that's where all of that came from. And then
Ooh,
Johnson is his last name. So I got
that
that
is so awesome.
from
Is there anything that made you decide recently to re-own your name and to share with others and to be really proud of it?
I really think it's just my growth, like becoming me, like
Mm.
really truly becoming me. And without anybody else around, I think that's really what it is. And truly learning to love myself and show love to myself and be kind to myself and show kindness to myself and feel kindness. Like all of that stuff is really what is the trigger for this. And like I said, my name is important. It really is. And so many times I've looked online just to see what should I name my business, and the names are always taken, like www.mystic.com is always taken. And I'm just like, I've never used my name at all. Knowing that, of course, it would be open because that's a very unique name. Not a lot of people have that name. Not a lot of people use that name. And the way that it was spelled was specially made by my parents. All of that just takes into account of why I am currently and now wanting to just use my name. Really, truly, it's the growth that I'm experiencing right now with myself and within myself.
That's so wonderful. Would you want to share a little bit for the listeners what type of growth? I know you've been growing for a while and a couple of years, as far as I know, but I'm curious, how has it looked or how has it changed or what have you done? Share a little bit about that experience so that maybe there's something that'll be a tidbit for someone listening of how they can grow themselves.
Okay. Yeah. So, like you said, it's been some years.
And it keeps on getting better and better, I feel like.
Gosh. And I tell people often, like, the journey for growth never ends. Like, even when you feel like you've gotten rid of like a trauma, it never goes away. It stays with you. Like, it never goes away, but you just learn to adjust to what you've experienced. You know what I mean? Like, and then because we live in a cycle, okay, we live in a cycle, it'll come back around. That same trauma trigger will come back around, but in a different form. And it's up to you to be able to recognize that and allow yourself to feel when you are triggered. That's where the healing comes in. You have to, in order to heal it, you have to feel it. That's where the healing really comes in. And that's where the growth comes from. So really, my growth stems from learning how to feel. So for a lot of years, I turned my emotions off completely. A lot of my friends would say, now you are doing a lot better than what you were. I got a funny story. Yeah. And it's on topic. It's on topic.
Okay. Even if it's charades. Not. Yeah.
My god sister and I were playing charades, and another person. We were playing charades, and and we were acting out like people. We would just name off people or things, and we would act it out. And my love ended up giving my god sister my name to act out, right?
That's funny.
And it was a bit triggering because she definitely did the emotionless version of me.
Oh, wow.
She definitely did the emotionless version of me. And I was like, oh man, that's really what you think of me? Like, that's really what you think of me? I know that I've been emotionless for so long. Like, I really cut my emotions off for so long just because of the things that I experienced. And I don't know, I think you are familiar with zodiac signs, but I am a Cancer, including the rest of the other signs that take a role in the buildup of me. But my main sign is a Cancer. And when I feel deeply, and my feelings and my emotions are passion, I try to choose to say that I'm passionate about the things that I express myself about instead of I'm so emotional. You know, and I'm learning to say that I'm more passionate. And that's just me reprogramming my mind for myself, because there is a negative connotation or stigmatism stuck to being emotional for me.
Yes.
So I'm learning I'm training my brain to say, okay, it's okay for you to be passionate about the things that you're And it's okay for you to be passionate about your feelings. And it's okay. It's okay allowing yourself and allowing myself to just be. Experience whatever feelings that you need to experience, take note of them and move on. But when you try to hide your feelings, or when I was trying to hide my feelings, sorry to project anything, I'm owning and I'm owning my own. And that's another thing that I'm learning, owning my own. But when I wanted to hold my emotions dormant, that's when rage and anger started to build up. All of these other things that just weren't love for me. That's where self-sabotage came from. And all of those things that have brought me to where I am right now, honestly, not being love to myself, or not showing love to myself, or not feeling love for myself.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. And I love how you found a way to work with this passion within you and not get triggered by, oh, emotional. Because I'm sure you're not the only one who feels that way. It's like in popular culture, it's like if someone's too emotional, people act, we don't know if we can
It's
trust
like,
them, or they're unpredictable or whatever.
You never know what they might do.
Yeah. Yeah. And it makes me think it's funny too, because it's almost like neither end is considered good in a way. If there's no emotions, then people don't like that. They make charades mocking that.
Yeah.
And if you're too emotional, quote unquote, then people don't like that either. But I love how you're finding the way to say, I'm passionate about this. I'm letting this flow through me and letting this be me, and not trying to cut it off or detach from it. Because you do have, I can feel the passion that you have. And I love that. And I feel like that's part of your driving force energy. I don't know if that feels true to you, but I feel like your passion keeps you going.
And that is very true. That's 100% true. And I think other people do realize that about me. And sometimes people are like, okay, I know when I'm around Michelean, I might end up crying or something like that. She might not even say anything. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I've had people say that to me. And I used to be like, man, I just don't want to be so serious all the time. Really, I'm not, but my energy flows where it needs to flow, honestly. And if someone comes around me that is emotionally tormented on the inside, my energy and my intuition knows that, my higher self knows that, and knows that I may have wisdom for someone that may need it. But also being able to acknowledge that for myself is important too.
Yeah. I love that. And I'm also thinking about with your name and all the story, and with that, it's this cool thing because emotions are all about movement of feelings. And you're
Ooh.
on the go kind of person. So I love how you said of when you're around others, it's almost like if they don't want their emotions to move, then they better keep away, because like
They better
things
keep
are
them
gonna
moving.
move. Yeah, keep them moving.
Yeah. Especially with conversations like this, like you just
Uh-huh.
never know what will come up, because I know a lot of people feel comfortable talking to me. Just come up randomly, whether it's me talking or whether it's them talking. But generally, the universe will put me in the same room with people that either I need something for them or they need something from me, or both at the same. Like even when we met in person, we were sitting there, oh my God, like no one knew that we needed this. And those are the moments that I know that I cherish. And those are the moments that I'm passionate about, just for my journey and for the work that I do in general.
Yes. And can I share another thing that I notice about you? That it feels that you're not afraid to let your wisdom come out. You're not afraid to let the journey take you where it needs to take you. If you feel like you need to tell someone something, then you do. It feels that you're very willing to actively bring this wisdom from your higher self, or the love and the passion and the energy into your life with all your various interactions.
Yeah. That's 100% true too. I am very much open to others and allowing, I wasn't always like this, but allowing others into my space as well. Now, if you are in my space, that's when you'll get the best of me, honestly.
Yeah.
You'll get the best of me in my space, and I'm able to bring you along and also
Yes.
hear you. That that's what I love. And that's why I invite people to the studio, honestly. They want to have conversations because I love to have people in this space to really feel the energetic pull of whatever it is that they need. And honestly, when I meet with people, I prepare myself for that. You know what I mean? So like, it's not to the point where my energy is being pulled out so much anymore. It's not to the point where my energy is being pulled out so much where I leave a conversation drained. So it's not to that point anymore. And that's something that I definitely had to work on to be in the field that I'm in right now. Spiritual.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And we have a little bit more time. So I'm curious, what would you like people listening to know of? How do you work with people right now, either locally in the area where we are? I don't know if people can work with you online or over the phone or that type of thing, but tell us a little bit of how people can work with you if they want to and what they gain from it, perhaps.
Okay, yeah. So currently right now, what was Mystic Mind Studio is now Amada Mind and Body Spa. Not a lot of people know this. We'll be having a re-grand opening coming soon. Rebrand of everything. Amada is beloved. So, and honestly, that's all I've been talking about. That name really holds something within me, especially with the things that I share with other people. So as far as like self-love, women's wellness, and then also intimacy, creating intimacy with yourself, romanticizing yourself, bringing being more romantic with yourself. Then when a partner comes into your life, they can just join in on that.
Yeah.
It's not something that you expect from them, right? Yeah. So everything that I teach I don't really teach, but everything that I share is a part of my journey, whether it's previously or whether it's now. So everything that I share is just come along for my journey. So Amada Mind and Body Spa, 3575 Rutherford Road, Extension, Taylor, South Carolina. And there'll be a number of things that we'll be offering there. Aesthetics is the base ground of it, holistic, but with a spirituality touch to it. So we'll be doing facials, we'll be doing back facials, and all of that is infused with essential oils that will relieve the stress or relieve whatever tension or align whatever chakras that need to be aligned within yourself. And then we'll be doing aromatherapy, sound therapy. Of course, I'll keep doing my meditations and things like that, but I am adding aesthetics minus the body waxing, the menu of the services that we'll be offering. And also wound heals really near and dear to my heart because that's what helped me be able to heal certain parts of me through my wound and having the knowledge to know that your vagina is a portal. It's a portal. It's a wound. We need to take care of our wound and take care of our body, take care of our temple to be able to reproduce. Not just another human, not just another body, you know what I mean, but creatively.
I'm feeling all that. All around my body. Yeah, I'm the temple. Woo!
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so beautiful. I'm so excited for this space that you're creating and all the people who can come in, and how nice to know that getting a facial, it's not just about your face and your skin. It's like you can feel like your heart can be open in that space, and you can get other treatments and other things while you're there, and it feeds your soul and your body gets to glow too. So I love what you're creating, and that sounds truly incredible. And the facials, like, they'll be EFT tapping infused. So I love that. That tapping, it definitely relieves the stress and brings relaxation. I have some things up my sleeves. That's powerful. And I want to highlight too for people listening, one of the things I love about you is I feel that you have the willingness to look at things and think, oh, maybe I'll put these two things together, or maybe I'll bring this together and have it in this way. And that creativity, and again, this openness and willingness to try something, what feels to me like a new thing, and to explore both, and it's going to feed you, it's going to feed everyone else who comes. I think that's such a great gift, and it's also a testament to you spending so much time loving yourself, trusting that, okay, these ideas that you come up with are worth pursuing, they're worth putting time and energy and effort into them.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. And I appreciate all the nice things that you've said to me today. Really great. And thank you so much for allowing me to be on this platform with you, because this is my first time doing something like this. And I've always wanted to be interviewed.
Yeah.
I tried not to overthink it.
You were fabulous. And I think I love to me, you feel like a natural at this. And so all the people listening, there are links below. If you don't live in Taylor's or near there, maybe you'll just have to come and visit, because you can plan a whole vacation around this.
Come see me.
Yeah. And if you are local, definitely come check out and support Amada Mind and Body Spa. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, I'll make sure I send you all the links. But for the Instagram page, it's Amada_wellness, MADA_wellness. And it'll also be it'll be Unlimited on Facebook.
That's great. That sounds wonderful. I'm so delighted for this. And thank you so much for sharing all your wisdom with us today. I'm so excited to tell you about the upcoming book, Talk to the Trees, written by myself, Rachel Strivelli, psychic. Talk to the Trees is a short book that's somewhat practical, somewhat metaphysical, totally amazing, very spiritual. And it's about connecting to the wisdom of the trees, actually literally talking to them, metaphorically talking to them, learning from the wisdom of these elder beings related to what can we gain from them in terms of resilience, how to get through hard times, how to approach the times that we're in. You can buy it at the places linked below. I would love it if you check it out, share it with a friend, buy it for a friend, and spread the word.